The thriller Luckiest Girl Alive has recently come out on Netflix, so I thought we should talk about the star Mila Kunis. I'm your host Michaela, and make sure to subscribe because it lets us know you enjoy our content. But without further ado, let's get started. Mila Kunis was born into a Ukrainian Jewish family on August 14th, 1983 in Ukraine. Her mother is a physics teacher who runs a pharmacy, and her father, Mark Kunis, is a mechanical engineer who works as a cab driver. While participating in the Conan O'Brien podcast, Kunis confirmed she does not speak Ukrainian, stating Russian was the main language at the time when she was there. They did not teach the Ukrainian language in school until children were in the 2nd grade, which was the time she left to come to the States. She stated in 2011 that her parents had amazing jobs and that she was very lucky and the family was not poor. They decided to leave the Soviet Union because they saw no future there for Mila and her brother. In 1991, when she was 7 years old, the family moved to Los Angeles, California with only $250. That was all we were allowed to take with us. My parents had given up good jobs and degrees, which were not transferable. We arrived in New York on a Wednesday, and by Friday morning, my brother and I were at school in LA, she said. At age 9, Kunis was enrolled by her father in acting classes after school at the Beverly Hills Studios, where she met Susan Curtis, who would later become her manager. On her first audition, she landed the role for a Barbie commercial. Shortly after, she did a commercial for the Lisa Frank product line. Her first television roles took place in 1994, first appearing on Days of Our Lives and a few months later doing her first of 2 appearances on Baywatch. She had a minor role on the television shows Seventh Heaven and Walker, Texas Ranger, as well as supporting roles in the films Santa with Muscles, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, and the Angelina Jolie film Gia, playing young Gia. At the age of 10, Kunis unsuccessfully auditioned for the role of a Russian Jewish girl who moves to America in the film Make-A-Wish Molly. Instead, she was cast in the secondary role of a Mexican girl. In 1998, Kunis was cast as Jackie in the Fox sitcom That 70s Show. All who auditioned were required to be at least 18 years old. Kunis, who was 14 at the time, told the casting director she would be 18 but did not say when. Though they eventually figured it out, the producers still thought that Kunis was the best fit for the role, and That 70s Show ran for 8 seasons. She even won 2 consecutive Young Star Awards as Best Young Actress in a comedy TV series in 1999 and 2000 for her performances. In 1999, Kunis replaced Lacey Chabert in the role of Meg Griffin on the animated sitcom Family Guy, created by Seth MacFarlane for Fox. Kunis won the role after auditions and a slight rewrite of the character, in part due to her performance on That 70s Show. When Kunis auditioned for the role, she was called back by MacFarlane, who instructed her to speak slower. He then told her to come back another time and enunciate more. Once she claimed she had it under control, MacFarlane hired her. MacFarlane added, "What Mila Kunis brought to it was, in a lot of ways, I thought, almost more right for the character. I say that Lacey did a phenomenal job, but there was something about Mila, something very natural about Mila. She was 15 when she started, so you were listening to a 15-year-old. Kunis was nominated for an Annie Award in the category of voice acting in an animated television production in 2007. She also voiced Meg in the Family Guy video game, released in 2006. In 2001, she appeared in Get Over It, opposite Kristen Dunst. She followed that up in 2002 by starring in the straight-to-DVD horror film American Psycho 2, a sequel to the 2000 film American Psycho. Then in 2004, Kunis starred in the film adaptation Tony and Tina's Wedding. Although the film was shot in 2004, it did not have a theatrical release until 2007. Most critics did not like the film, which mustered a 25% approval from Rotten Tomatoes. DVD Talk concluded that, quote, fans would be much better off pretending the movie never happened in the first place. Kunis then began dating actor Macaulay Culkin in 2002. During the relationship, there were rumors of the couple getting married, but Kunis denied them. On January 3, 2011, Kunis' publicist confirmed reports that Kunis and Culkin had ended their relationship, saying, quote, the split was amicable and they remain close friends. Kunis then began dating her former That 70s Show's co-star Ashton Kutcher. They became engaged in February 2014 and married during the first weekend of July 2015 in Oak Glen, California. The couple have 2 children, a daughter born in October 2014 and a son born in November 2016. And the family resides at a sustainable farmhouse designed by the couple and architect Howard Backen in Beverly Hills. In 2007, Kunis participated in a video for the website Funny or Die, appearing alongside James Franco. The video was a parody for the MTV show The Hills, and was a huge success for the website, with 2.4 million views over the next 10 years. Sean Levy, director of Date Night, stated that part of what made him decide to cast Kunis with James Franco in the film was the chemistry he felt they had in the video. In 2008, Kunis portrayed Mona Sachs, an assassin alongside Mark Wahlberg in the action film Max Payne, based on the video game of the same name. Kunis underwent training in weapons, boxing, and martial arts for her role. Max Payne was relatively successful at the box office, grossing $85 million worldwide, but was poorly reviewed by critics, with several viewers calling Kunis miscast. Kunis' breakout film role came in 2008 playing Rachel in the romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall. She gained further critical acclaim and accolades for her performance in the psychological thriller Black Swan in 2010, for which she received nominations for the SAG Award and the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress. Her other major film roles include The Book of Eli, the romantic comedy Friends with Benefits, the fantasy film Oz the Great and Powerful as the Wicked Witch of the West, and the comedies Ted, Bad Moms, and its sequel A Bad Mom's Christmas. In 2009, she appeared in the comedy film Extract with Ben Affleck and Jason Bateman. Roger Ebert, while critical of the film itself, wrote that Kunis brings her role to within shouting distance of credibility. Director Mike Judge commented that part of what was surprising to learn about Kunis was her ability to make references to the cult animation film Rejected. Judge said, "As beautiful as Mila is, you could believe that maybe she would cross paths with you in the real world." After seeing Kunis' performance in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Judge wanted to cast her in the role of Cindy in Extract. Kunis herself stated that, "I'm a huge fan of Mike Judge's from Office Space, so I was like, okay, this is a very easy decision. I told him I would do anything needed to be in this production, like craft service or say, acting." On September 14th, 2011, the FBI announced it was investigating the alleged hacking of Kunis' cell phone and email accounts, along with those of other celebrities such as Scarlett Johansson and Vanessa Hudgens. In 2013, Kunis co-starred in the crime thriller Blood Ties. The film premiered at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival and had a limited release in the United States in 2014. Blood Ties received mixed reviews, and Kunis was also cast in the comedy The Angriest Man in Brooklyn, alongside Robin Williams. Then in October 2014, it was announced Kunis, along with her parents, had launched a new production company called Orchard Firm Productions. The company has a first-look deal with ABC Studios, where the company is based. Under the agreement, the team will develop and produce TV projects for broadcasting cable. In 2015, Mila co-starred with Channing Tatum in the science fiction film Jupiter Ascending. While the film grossed over $183.9 million on a $176 million budget, it received mostly negative reviews. In a 2012 interview, she criticized the Republican Party, saying, "The way that Republicans attack women is so offensive to me, and the way they talk about religion is so offensive. But why we gotta talk about Jesus all the time?" In 2017, Kunis disclosed that she'd been making monthly donations to Planned Parenthood in Mike Pence's name. Then in April 2020, Kunis and Kutcher developed their own wine, with 100% of the proceeds going to aid during the pandemic. The following year, they launched Outside Wine, a blend of red wine whose profits would benefit the Skate Park Project and Thorn.org. In 2018, Kunis co-starred with Kate McKinnon in the comedy The Spy Who Dumped Me. The film received mixed reviews and went on to gross over $75 million worldwide on a budget of $40 million. Kunis co-starred with Glenn Close in the film 4 Good Days. Principal photography began in September 2019 in Los Angeles and premiered at the Sundance Film Festival on January 25, 2020. The film received mixed reviews, but Kunis was praised for her performance. On April 30th, 2022, it was then announced that Kunis would have a guest appearance in the follow-up sitcom That 90s Show. Kunis also produced and starred in a Netflix film adaptation of Luckiest Girl Alive, based on the Jessica Knoll novel of the same name. Luckiest Girl Alive was released in select cinemas on September 30th, 2022, before its streaming release on October 7th, 2022 by Netflix. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but I did watch the trailer, and I must say, for someone who hasn't watched anything Mila's been in for years, it looks really good, and I think I might watch it. In 2022, Kunis and Kutcher had also started a GoFundMe page to help two online companies, Airbnb and Flexport, to aid refugees fleeing the violence and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. They exceeded their $30 million goal as of March 18, 2022. And the couple also promised to donate $3 million of their own money to the cause. Now onto the riches. She also has a net worth of $75 million. $75 million is a lot of money, and if I had that much money, I'd probably try to solve world hunger, but she decided to buy a bunch of cars, which is cool too, I guess. She owns a Honda Civic hatchback for $20,000, a Tesla Model S for $100,000, a Lexus SC430 for $68,000, a Range Rover Vogue for $130,000, and a Jaguar XK for $95,000. In her home with her lover Ashton Kutcher reportedly cost them around $14 million. But that is all. Let us know what you think about this video in the comments below, and we will see you next time.